good was the bye week for the team to reset before these last three?
It's always good to have a free weekend, recover, and mentally reset after a game like that. A lot of mental mistakes that we know we could fix, and took advantage of that during the bye week to watch film, dig deep, and find out who we are personally and as a team to go out there and ultimately finish the season and attack it week by week.
What is the mindset, Joey? Is this an angry team, a team that really wants to go out there and compete and finish off strong this season?
Yeah, 100%. There's a lot of pride on this team. So, Saturday wasn't what we wanted, but, we still got a lot to play for. And, we're blessed to have 3 more games on our schedule. And 2 of those games are super exciting games, big rivalry games, super fun environment. So we're going to attack it week by week and, face an opponent as we see them.
Joey, how has the leadership on this team been in conveying that message? Like we still got 2 huge games, lots to play for.
Leadership is very good, in both sides, all 3 sides of the ball, offense, defense, special teams, and to have a team that stays together and still unites as one after games like we've had and losses like we had, just little simple mistakes, and to play for a team and be on a team that everybody still fights and everybody still encourage each other and have each other back is something you don't see a lot. So
you only got here in mid-May. You've only got 3 games left in the regular season. Does it feel like it's flown by since you got here?
Definitely. I mean, when you look back, it's like, dang, only 3 games left, but it's been fun for sure, and it's been a great experience to be out here in Tennessee and be on this team, and super thankful to the fans and my teammates for accepting me.
How important is finishing strong to you personally?
I mean, me personally, it's important, but I think it's more important for the team to finish strong, to go out there and battle and fight for these next 3 games.
What would you say has been your favorite part this
Playing?
season? Yeah.
Definitely game day environments, home and away. There's a lot of animosity, I would say, in away stadiums, and to play in environments like that and come home to Neyland that's super loud. You got 100,000 people cheering. It's been really fun. Vol walk too. Vol walk been cool.
You lead the SEC in passing right now, in passing yards. I think touchdowns too. I know you thought you would fit in with the offense and all that, but did you think your production would be this high at this level?
I mean, I always got faith in myself, and I've produced at both levels now, I would say. But I mean, I wasn't here I didn't come to just try to put up numbers for myself. I came to compete and try to help this team win, and everything just flows with it.
Joey, I guess everywhere you go in life is part of the story, right? And you can't really go back and change things. But have there been times this season where you've kind of looked around and been like, more than 1 year would have been nice?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, the 1 year, I'm blessed for this 1 year and grateful to be here for this year. So, I'm just thankful and took advantage of the opportunity.
A couple weeks ago, go ahead.
I guess on that note, eligibility is pretty fluid in college sports these days. Do you give any thought about what your plans are for next year?
Yeah, I mean, gonna try to see where I could go at the next level, and if something happens, something happens.
You mentioned a few weeks ago, the last time you talked to us, that you spend a lot of time in the other position groups' film room, like the offensive lineman. How has that time been beneficial for you, especially against SEC opponents where pressure is a lot more stiff, and you deciding maybe when to get rid of it or give your guys a chance downfield? How's that helped you grow?
Helped a lot, especially getting the offensive line perspective of who they're going to grab on a blitz, or who they're going to leave for the running back, or who they're going to leave for me to ultimately be hot on the play. But to go in there and just see how they talk through film, and then hear me how I talk through it, what I'm thinking. Same with the receivers, telling them what I like on a certain coverage, how I want them to run the routes, or what they see on the film of why they did what they did. So it's been fun. It helped me a lot, especially in the pass pro and things like that, to see where the O-line is sliding or IDing to, or who they're getting back to. So it's helped a lot.
Joey, obviously you wouldn't be putting up the numbers you are without the receivers you're talking about. What did you know about those guys when you decided to come to Tennessee? I mean, how much better are they, I guess, than what you anticipated? Those guys, other than Chris, hadn't really played.
I wouldn't say I knew much, just because I came in, didn't really know a lot of names on the team. I watched games last year, but wasn't familiar with names. But I mean, knew they were great players, and they're here for a reason. And to go out there and, you know, throw the ball and let them guys make plays. And it's been easy on my part, but it's been fun at the same time.
You mentioned a little bit about what Tennessee and being here has done for you on the field. What has it meant to you personally?
Meaning, like, on the field and
What
off?
has being a Vol meant to you off the field personally in the environment of the school?
Man, it's meant a lot, and to see the support from like day one till now has grown a lot. You know, it's been good and bad. You know, I've had some bad plays this season, but the support that the community has, you know, and when I'm on the field and, you know, even off the field, I'll be at the grocery store, you know, somebody sees me getting gas or something like that. People pull up on me, ask for photos and things like that. It's been awesome, and, you know, especially for the kids. I went to this elementary school the other day. They had like this little like thing they had to make points to attend, and once they all saw me, they all freaked out, and it was cool to see that. But, you know, just to be an inspiration for the kids, you know, it makes them, they think we're big celebrities and things like that. So to see them happy and get a what's up or a dab from us, it makes the world is awesome.
What have you seen from Jake and George in their development this season?
Great. You know, they compete every day. You know, I tell them you got to be ready at all times, because it happened to me, App State. You know, I walked into the first game as a backup, starter gets hurt, get thrown in there. So they've done a great job this year of, you know, preparing like they're the starter, watching film and practicing with good, I don't know how to say it, like, but practicing with like enthusiasm and like excited to be out there, not thinking like, oh, I'm not the starter. You know, they're attacking it every day like they are. And, you know, they ask me for questions, I ask them for questions. You know, we have different perspectives on things, and, you know, when we go out there, we see things, feel things a little differently. So to go out there and communicate with those guys, you know, they're here for a reason. They're great players as well. It's been good, and we've grown a lot, I think, as a group as well.
In a game like this one, where those guys should play, when you come out, how do you turn into coach? Like, how do you? Like, are you just sitting over there watching the game? Like, are you like trying to coach those guys when they come back to the sideline? What's your role when you eventually do come out?
I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, we have coaches that'll coach them, but I mean, obviously I'm paying attention, and I'm trying to see what I see and watch what they do. And then when I come to the sideline, I don't really try to say too much until they ask me, like, what would you have done on this play, or what do you think? And then I'll put in my little 2 cents. But, you know, I'm out there supporting. You know, they support me when I'm out there, so I'm gonna support them when they're out there. And if they want advice, and if they want to hear what I got to say, and they ask me, then I'll let them know.
What's the most underrated thing about Ethan Davis that he gives you guys on offense?
Underrated thing?
Yes.
I'll probably say his underrated thing is his pass pro. I mean, he's a, you know, big guy out there running routes, catching the ball, but that guy would get his nose dirty and go put somebody on their back.
Is the gas station the oddest place you've been stopped by a fan?
The gas station?
Yeah.
Nah, that.
What's the most unusual place you've been stopped in for a photo or
Oh,
whatever?
unusual? I don't know about unusual. I went to the mall on a Sunday. Probably wasn't the greatest idea. I barely made it out, so.
Which Sunday?
I forget. It was a couple weeks ago.